Hi and welcome back to Terry Travels. This time we're walking from Laverton Station to Westona, and we've got to take an enormous dog leg through some green areas of grassland, native grassland. We're going around. It's going to be 6.5 kilometres pretty much. Haven't done that before. This is the longest walk yet. And as you can hear, there's a lot of traffic because we're right near the highway. If you look over here, there is Laverton Station where we finished the last walk. And Westona's in that direction. If you took the train, it'd be a lot shorter than walking. But I'm going to walk it, and I'm going to start now. And it's bloody cold this morning. And there's a bit of a breeze, which is worse. But we might as well get on the road and get it done. By the way, I made the same mistake in the last video that I made in the one before. By not showing the photographs I took along the way. And that's a bit of a shame because they were quite nice, but I will put them up here. While I walk towards the freeway underpass, which is what you can hear, that enormous frigging ugly freeway. And we get under that, we walk about 600 metres further along this road, and then we cut off onto a trail that goes around suburbia. So I'll put up a bit of music and give you those photos, and we'll move along. That should do you. I have been along here before, but I haven't walked it. I've driven it a lot. There's your freeway. And I've got to cross the road to take the pass underneath the freeway. It's not going to be the last time we cross this bloody benighted freeway. But it is going to be an alternative route that's going to basically blight us for the next bit. Just saw a guy walking his babies, and they dropped one of the baby's shoes. And I knew where it was, so I told him where it was. Here we go, under the bridge. We're going to get rid of the traffic noise eventually, but not right now. Just putting my walking measuring thing on my phone and on my watch. And the good thing is we don't quite have as much sunlight in my eyes for this walk, or at least for most of it. So that's a plus. How's everybody doing? We're doing fine here. I've got a day off tomorrow where I don't actually have to do anything, which I'm looking forward to. May well be recovering from this walk, but we'll wait and see. I think I should have rugged up a little bit more than I have for this walk. Though with the sunshine, I may just be warm enough once I heat up a little bit from the walk. But we'll see how we go. Some older cottages here, which is kind of cool. I'm going to stop to take a photo. Or not. Kind of like these old ones. These little old places, mid-century. Now it says I've got to use the other footpath here, so I better do that. I'm trying to be a good citizen. Doesn't always pan out that way, but if I get hit by a car, I want to see the car, so we'll watch that as well. And get across successfully, yes. Dig this, it says to use the other footpath, right? There's no footpath. It's just dirt and grass. So there is that. We're not going down the road there. We're going this way. We're going the road not taken, which is basically a pass. Problem I've got is I've mapped this out on Google Maps from above, and there's no street view where we're going. So we'll see how that goes. And we've got the traffic noise diminishing. But if you look up that way, just under the underpass there, there's one of the few baseball stadiums in Melbourne. Don't know if we'll ever get a view of it, but it's been there for a long time and it's very popular. I'm coming up on a map here on the Laverton Creek Trail. So let's see what we can see. There you go, this will help us with the journey. So we're here. What we're going to be doing is 222, which way are we going? We're going around here, around there, and down to Westona Station, which is a pretty long walk along the Truganina Swamp, which is why I couldn't walk through that part and go directly to Westona. There's a swamp there. But we're going to do the trail. We're not going all the way down there. We're going to cut off here and then cut down to Westona. There you go. A map to help us. Let's do that. Got plenty of water. I've even got a snack for the path along the way. A particularly Australian snack I'll show you a bit later. But I think it's about time to do a time lapse. And that, after I put in my earbuds and start listening to my music. Just over there you may well see the baseball stadium. Lots of native vegetation here, which is cool. They're re-vegetating these areas. And the creek down there. Creek's very full at the moment, which is cool. Always like that. Might be time to do a photo. Back on the path again. There's more of Altona Meadows over there. And people playing sport. The creek's got lots of ducks in it at the moment, which is cool. We're paralleling the train line to Westona, but just down here, we turn away from it. Going to pause here and give you a Kurosawa kind of look. Won't be a sec. There you go, you're going to have something lovely happening. Those reeds are incredibly tall. They're about 3 meters tall, all of them. Someone got the back fence tagged. Not bad. There's a path where we came from. And here's where we're going, in between the reeds this time. Feeling kind of good. Might pause a little bit further on and get a drink. I have 3 bottles of water. And yep, time to pour some drink. Back in the saddle again. We're definitely in the middle of the Truganina Swamp now. Or I'm surrounded by reeds and muddy water. And my hat nearly blew off. And we welcome to Truganina Swamp sign. Altona's wetland haven, it says. I'm not getting any closer because I'll be in the mud if I do. And then some asshole has graffitied it. Do a 360 for the fun of it. And keep on walking. It's a good thing I didn't try to shortcut because, yeah, the swamp is full. And if you look that way, you can see how far the swamp stretches for a couple of kilometres with the city in the background. I hear some frogs as well. You can see the creek down there. And we share the road with cyclists. Laverton Creek is really full at the moment, which is impressive. I've never seen it this full. It goes all the way down to Port Phillip Bay at Altona, but not yet. Still going strongly. I probably will take a rest when we get to the road, but this is taking longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. Really don't mind too much. It's all getting the steps in. I'll probably do the 10,000 on this walk. Didn't quite make it on the last one, but this time I may well do. I just remember this part of the river's tidal, so it could be partly filled up from the tides, who knows. Been a lot of rainfall as well. And it's only near the end of the trail that you get a bench to sit on. So I think I'll sit on it for a little bit and then finish this part of the trail. It's getting windy too. moment I stop walking, it gets colder, which is a problem, but hopefully that'll stand up now while I drink. I think I'll finish this bottle of water and continue because we're almost back at the road again. I've got to stop doing that and tilting the friggin' point of view. So that's one bottle of water down and 2 to go. Let's get moving again. If you go down there, you end up in a place I've done a previous video about, where I did the 100 steps of Federation up to a lookout above the Cheetham wetlands. So everything comes around. And yes, I'm a bit puffed out. I'm going to see if I can get this bird. When we get close. I think it's an egret. I'll zoom in and then I'll zoom in digitally. And this egret just waiting in the shallows. Cool. This bit of the walk's more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Okay, we've done Truganina Swamp. On to the next challenge. Okay. I don't think there's a pedestrian walk along this bridge, so I'm going to have to risk it for the biscuit. There is a bridge further down that way for pedestrians, but I'm not walking an extra 2 kilometres. I'm going to take the bicycle path up here. This is a bike lane, so I should be okay. See, the bridge is way down past the river bend there, so I ain't doing that. Hello, buddy. How you doing, mate? Doing okay? Cool. Got something to eat, have you? He didn't like me being near him. There you go, the foreshore trail. Altona Beach 3.2k. Cherry Lake 7 kilometres that way, though it's short if you go the way I'm going. Williamstown Beach 9 kilometres. Skeleton Creek 2.1. Good old Skeleton Creek once more. Let's move on. Now, the reason I'm not travelling faster is there's a bloody big golf course over there which blocks my way. So I've got to go around the golf course, which is big. It's time, I think, for that we're getting a little bit dehydrated. Okay, back in the saddle again. Being the bolshy little bastard that I am, I would much prefer if that golf course was an enormous public park I could take a shortcut through. But in this universe it isn't. So I'm going the long way around. Past the most dangerous part of this walk. And I'm not going to tell you why it's dangerous for a little while yet. Okay, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. I'll tell you why this is dangerous. You may be wondering why all of that hasn't been developed into shishi housing. It hasn't because in World War I and World War II, all of this was munitions factories making hand grenades and bombs and shells and other explodey things. Now they've knocked down the buildings, but they're still not sure they got all the explosives. There's actually ordnance under the ground here, which hasn't been discovered, and so they've fenced off the area quite effectively so that people can't get in there and make themselves mincemeat. So that's why this is the most dangerous part of the walk from Laverton to Westona. There's a fair whack of this area which hasn't been fixed up, and so it hasn't been used for other purposes. Let's move again. Here's some areas that have been remediated and they've been turned into community centres. The Hobson's Bay Men's Shed and a bunch of other worthy organisations, including a Justice of the Peace, have this area for their use. And the Hobson's Bay Men's Shed pigeon racing clubs there as well. So it's still called Truganina Explosives Reserve Preservation Society, the Williamstown Musical Theatre Company, Altona City Theatre, and the Men's Shed. So they've turned bad splody places into community hubs, and I'm very much in favour of that. Here we go, under the trees here. Are they willows? I don't know. I'm not good with big plants. The next walk is one of the easy ones. It's only 3 train stations that are very close together. Then we get the very long one, and then it gets easier all the way to Melbourne. And there's more of the explosives reserve that hasn't been fixed up. That would make a lovely park over there. There's an old colonial era house over here, which is very cool. I think that's a photo op. Okay, back on the road again. There's another house there. And here we are at the waterfront. Just beyond this park here is Hobson's Bay, which is part of Port Phillip Bay. So I've actually made the waterfront, should I choose to accept it. We're not going that way. Don't you love the textures on gum trees? Magnificent. I'm glad they left these trees here. Too many parks and places get rid of the old gum trees, but they're magnificent. Coolan land is so beautiful. And if you look way over here, we can see Port Phillip Bay. So I've made it from home to the water. But I'm not going down there, I'm actually turning in the opposite direction to get to Westona. I think there might be a coffee van up ahead. That would be very nice if there is. I've still got that frigging golf course there. That's disappointing as hell. That's not a cafe. It's a dog care station. Nothing for me. Though I know there is coffee at Westona Station. But the wind noise is getting worse. I've lost a dead cat off my microphone. See, it's Lenny's pup shop. It may be time for my snack. I'll just get it out of the bag, one hand, and then log away. There it is. That is a cheesy mite scroll. It's a bread roll thing in a scroll shape with Vegemite and cheese, and it's delicious. And I'm going to get outside of it right now. See Vegemite in the middle. It's a very crumbly one too. I think I'll eat it while I walk and give you some music. I've scored. Golf ball, that's mine. Hello. You want some cherry mite? Here you go, bud. Enjoy. That's a boy one. Here comes another one. Here you go. Yeah, have it. Go for it. That's a girl one. Enjoy. There's the entrance to the Kooringal Golf Club. The reason these houses have upper decks is so they get a bay view. And at the end of this road is Westona Station. See what I mean about bougie houses? Nice little cottage has disappeared and that's turned up its place. That's probably what used to be in the house next door. One more, but on the bright side, circus. That's what it's going to look like. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, no style. Here's a bus stop, but I'm not going to cheat. That's not the name of the game. I'm actually feeling pretty good for a walk this long. Yeah, I'm puffing, but I always puff when I walk. But on the other hand, legs are holding out, toes and ankles are holding out, energy levels are okay. I'm impressing myself right here. There's one that's trying to be a cottage, but it's actually a new building. They faked it. There's a definite old school cottage. I like that one. Does this strip mall have coffee? It's got fish and chip shops and a massage parlour. See a lot of massage parlours on these walks. And a mixed martial arts academy. You're also one of the great things of Australian culture. A drive-in bottle shop and pick up some booze. This, by the way, is the last stretch. I just saw the level crossing at Westona Station is across the road. So we're almost there. Definitely an old school cottage. It's looking very autumnal over there. Some more texture. That's a paper bark tree, I think. It's maybe another one. See, it's got texture of very rough paper on it. Had a lot of uses for First Nations people. And there, Werribee, is Westona Station. I have made it from down there to here. And we've got a bus replacement for the trains. So I've made it to the station, now I've got to get on a bus to get back to the previous train station of that. Okay, that's it, I've made it. I'm here, I'm where I need to be. I'm at Westona. Hell of a walk, I'm tired, I'm going to have a drink, I'm going to get on that bus, take one stop to Laverton, pick up the car, go home and rest up. So thank you very much for watching. This one was more interesting than I thought it would be, which surprises me. Even more surprising is the fact that I actually made it. So, just going to cross this road now before I say goodbye. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, so let me know. Leave a comment. You can also support the channel by becoming a channel member on my other channel, Terry Talks Movies, or by becoming a patron at patreon.com/terrytalksmovies. Yeah, catch you later. I'm going to hydrate and go home.